Woo, woo. I think we're live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our Wednesday night live. I am joined here by Caitlin and Patrick, the whole package of the carnivore couple, chiming in from Nebraska. What's going on, guys?
Not much. We're just hanging in there, hanging out with you. What are you
Eating steak.
Yeah.
Eating steak. I had 3 burger patties with bacon and cheese, 2 hard-boiled eggs, and some blueberries. What did you guys have?
We had ribeyes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I'm
nice.
being honest. I was super craving a salad, so I had some lettuce, some of those oxalates, you know.
That's okay. I had some oxalates in the blueberries. I'm fine. Well, we are going to be talking to the carnivore couple today. Again, Caitlin and Patrick. I am going to be asking them a couple questions because this is my first time talking to the dynamic duo. But before we get in, we do want to welcome everyone in the chat. I got my first 2 channel members newly monetized. So thank you to Jonathan and Sean for your support. Much love, guys. So we got Sana's in the house. What's up, Sana? We got JP. What's up, man? And that's all I'm seeing so far. We have quite a few people watching, but that's everyone in the chat that I see. So if you guys have questions as we go through, speaking of Sean, thanks for stopping by, Sean. He's currently driving. I think he's in Texas on his way to Denver.
Texting while driving.
Well, he does the voice, I think. And then 999 fine, day 58. Congratulations.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. Michelle, what's up, Michelle? Mike's in the house.
Phenomenal.
All right, so Caitlin and Patrick, since this is my first time chatting with you guys, and for those of you who don't know much about you, tell us a little bit about your story and what led you guys to go carnivore.
Yeah.
So we both have been overweight, obese pretty much our whole entire adult lives, at least. And even as teenagers, I was always overweight. We both were, I believe. So we were just tired of being fat and obese and unhealthy. And we had our son in September 2021, and we were like, I was like, I need to make a change because I was just always feeling just terrible all the time, like inflamed and sore, and just tired, exhausted, no motivation. And I knew, if I didn't make a change, I wouldn't be able to see my grandkids even, and I wanted to be around for our grandchildren, maybe even our great grandchildren, you never know. There's both of our families have a lot of obesity on both sides of our family, with things like type 2 diabetes and heart disease and cancer. And so those kinds of things run our family. And it's just, I wanted to make a change. We both wanted to make a change. And I had started watching, we tried keto like a year ago and it didn't work for us, because we tried to
turn the standard American diet into keto, like the zoodles and like recreating everything. And then you just feel disappointed. And then when you feel disappointed in what your food is, it's really hard to stick to it because you don't feel satisfied ever.
And you're just eating the real thing the next day because they'll leave you wanting more. So I, in February, beginning of like New Year's time, I knew I wanted to make a change, but I didn't know how. And we both started kind of wanting to do that. And February, I started to look more into dieting and everything like that, trying to see what we wanted to do. And in my feed on YouTube Shorts or whatever, stuff like Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson popped up talking about carnivore, and then Sean Baker, and then next thing I know, I'm watching Dr. Ken Berry and Dave and No Carb Life and the Carnivore Quest and all the people, And I was like, I came home one day and I was like, hey, on Monday we're starting, the carnivore.
And then he says that to me and I'm like, what's the carnivore diet? He's been doing all this research and I have no idea what he's talking about.
So we started the first, I think day 1 was February 28th of this year.
Okay.
And so far I have lost almost 70 pounds. I'm at like 66, 67 pounds total right now.
Damn.
And you've lost?
I've lost 57 pounds.
Yeah.
Damn, good for you both.
Yeah, so we still have ways to go. I still have my goal weight's about 190, 200. I'm at
Okay.
I'm at 237, 235 right now. So
Okay.
and then
I still have about 70 more pounds that I'd like to lose.
yeah.
Okay. So are you guys strict carnivore or I know you
I am.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, I'm pretty strict. Like now, when you say carnivore, I'm talking about like meat, dairy, like no milk, just mostly cheese. When I first started, I did a lot of heavy whipping cream in my coffee. I did a lot of cheese and diet soda sometimes just to help with it because I have a sugar addiction, a really bad sugar addiction. So
Okay.
I had to have something to help me with through the craving phase. And but yes, I'm now I mostly do just like eggs and steak and some ground beef and water.
Yeah.
And occasionally some cheese. And I do black coffee now. But
Okay.
you're more on the keto
I'm
spectrum.
more like in the keto spectrum depending on the day. So some days I'll eat full carnivore just because that's what feels right. And then some days I'll have a little bit of vegetables because like today I was just really craving some vegetables. And I know there's lots of contention about vegetables, but for me, like my goal has just always been to stay in ketosis. And so if I need to have some vegetables to help me with that, that helps me. So
Okay.
I'm not going to beat myself up about it.
Yeah, I know Dr. Chafee is big on plants are trying to kill you or whatever. And I know he's saying that as like a catchphrase, and I know he doesn't really mean it like literally mean it. But I think people take it as literally, and I'm like, yeah, it's not that serious. Just some people are more I come at it as like I had blueberries. Yes, they have oxalates, but a handful isn't going to kill me. So I take it as, some people are more sensitive to things than other people. You just have to find what works for you. What works for you might look different to someone else. But yeah, I don't think it's that serious. I know there's stuff in them, but if you can tolerate a small amount, I don't think it hurts anyone.
And
I was gonna say the biggest thing is like, in my opinion at least, no processed foods and no sugar and like very, very little carbs.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. That's the goal, right?
And for me, like, so when we first started carnivore back in end of February, beginning of March, for the entire first month, I was very strict carnivore. And for me, when I started, like, I was never a meat eater. I didn't like eating I did not like eating very much steak or ground beef. It was just like a personal preference. You loved meat, but I didn't. And so it was really hard for me after that first month because I just really felt needing to have something to add variety into my diet, because if I was feeling like I wasn't being satisfied, then I wanted to go cheat, and then that like spiraled out of control. So for me, being able to be a little bit more free when I need to be, not all the time, really helps me stay on track.
Yeah, I think for Caitlin, it really helped her with her carb addiction, going carnivore, helping with her mindset and resetting her relationship with food.
Because it really, that strict month of carnivore helped me reset my relationship and get rid of that carb addiction.
So before I get into the carb addiction, sugar addiction, because that's one of my specialties, and that the cravings have been coming up a lot. I've been watching a lot of streams. The carnivore space has been really busy the last couple weeks, and I've been watching a lot of streams, and this topic comes up at least once every stream. So before we get into that topic on how you personally, Patrick, overcame that, Caitlin, what does your specific diet look like? Like, what carbs do you typically eat outside of the lettuce you mentioned earlier?
So if I'm going to have vegetables, sometimes it will be lettuce. Sometimes it'll be adding some, like maybe 3 grape tomatoes that are in our garden.
Okay. Oh, you have a garden?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And
okay.
then the other thing that I'll sometimes have is like a very small handful of wild blueberries.
Okay.
But that's about it, because I added in those vegetables really slow to make sure I wasn't getting like stomach upset from it and stuff. And I will say I did find something that did not sit with me, which was cilantro. I had that at like a party the other day, and I was so sick to my stomach.
And if you know anything about Caitlin, before
we
were carnivore, she eats cilantro all the time.
Yeah.
I hate cilantro, but she loves it. So it's interesting that now has made her.
But I think those are like the 3. Like I don't think I really eat any other things, just those 3.
Okay. Yeah, pepper, like actual like the seasoning pepper, that makes me sneeze and that actually gives me heartburn now. And it
Okay.
didn't before, but yeah, once I tried it after eliminating it for a while, it now gives me heartburn. So I
Interesting.
can't use pepper.
You
I
know,
will say when I said that, I wasn't talking about seasoning. So like
yeah,
we've never
Yeah, you're
really
talking the fresh
yeah, we
salt.
we've
never
never really restricted seasoning.
yeah, we salt and pepper is a staple, but sometimes we use onion
Okay.
powder, garlic powder, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is few like I think in month 3 or something like that, we had went to a friend's house for like dinner or whatever, and we smoked some ribs and brought them, and they had like a little vegetable tray. And I was like, I might just try like one slice of cucumber and like a couple slices of bell pepper, and I hadn't had any vegetables for like 3 months at this point. And then the next day, well, that night I was bloated, had like gas and heartburn, and the next day my stomach was just had a sharp pain in it all day long. So I was like, well, I can't have raw vegetables ever again. like,
Yeah.
So
That's how it was for me with the cilantro.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, that's the same with 999 said the same thing. She used this person used pepper a lot before carnivore, and now it upsets her stomach. Yeah, it's strange. Like I had I'm ketovore, and sometimes there'll be days where I have more carbs and I lean stronger towards keto, but I'm kind of in between. I kind of go back and forth. So I primarily eat berries and avocado for my carbs.
Okay.
But recently I started including nuts, and I tried peanuts, and those, I ate too much one night and that gave me real digestive issues. I felt like garbage the next day. So now I just eat the cashews because they don't really bother my stomach, and I don't eat a lot of them. But yeah, I'm trying to dabble and see what else I can include, and I landed on cashews. So I'm kind of doing the same thing you did, Caitlin, just kind of seeing what works and what doesn't work. So I'm still kind of testing things out a little bit.
Yeah.
So Patrick, how did you overcome your sugar addiction? So I also had a sugar addiction.
Yeah.
I was also almost 100 pounds overweight. And it's a problem for most people. So how did you overcome that?
So well, first of all, let me explain how much sugar I was eating. So like I really just when I was eating my craft diet, I would eat just whatever I wanted to all the time, right?
Yeah.
And that's how I ended up weighing 301 pounds. But I would eat ice cream, but pretty much every single night I would eat candy. Like that's like my
What kind of candy? What was your kryptonite?
Tart, sour, fruity candy.
Oh,
so
okay.
Like sweet tarts, Skittles, Starburst, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
His side of the bed was littered with candy wrappers.
yeah. Like every night I would eat candy, and so it was like part of my almost part of my like daily routine is to eat candy before I go to sleep, which is terrible. So I think it was day 2 of Carnivore Diet. I took my candy stash and threw it in the trash. I was serious about it, right? I was like, this stuff is poison, and like this is how I ended up like this, was eating this. So the first like 2 weeks to probably the first month was the most difficult, obviously, and I learned about keto flu before we started the diet. So we both were trying to do electrolytes and supplements, and we did like Element and a couple other ones, and that helped. But I still had those tart, sour cravings. So what I did was, first of all, eating lots of steak helped because I wasn't hungry.
Right.
But also when I wanted that sweet tart sourness, I would do like those like Crystal Light packets, like the lemonade or raspberry lemonade, and that helped because they're pretty
that helped.
Oh yeah, it helped a lot. It helped satisfy that craving, and I was able to push through the hard parts of the cravings. So
nice. So do you have cravings anymore at all?
Sometimes here and there, but not all the time, not consistently. But
that you crave the same types of things, or have you noticed that your cravings have kind of changed?
I do have those cravings here and there, but usually it's candy. Like candy, and sometimes here's what's weird. Also, since eating mostly beef, we had rib. Last time we had ribs. We had smoked some ribs, and they were really good. But at the end of it, it left me wanting steak. It's weird that my
Gotcha.
body was craving beef over the
Yeah.
pork, even though it was still carnivore. It was just weird how your body and your cravings and your tastes change as you
Yeah.
go on this journey. So
Yeah, I was similar to Caitlin when I started. I was very lean. I ate chicken breast, ground turkey, turkey bacon. So I didn't eat
mm,
beef. I didn't eat red meat. I didn't eat
Mhm.
steak. I didn't eat any of that stuff. So now all I crave is meat, beef.
Mhm.
That's all I want is beef,
Yeah.
beef and bacon. It's all I crave.
wow.
Um, so yeah, so as far as cravings go, I don't have any cravings anymore either. My husband has he's not low carb, he's not doing what I'm doing. He's cut his carbs a little bit, but I've never asked him to do what I'm doing. But
Yeah.
he has Snickers bars, ice cream things in the freezer right now. The old
Mm,
me would go to town on those things. But now, whenever I go in the freezer and get like ice cubes or whatever, I see them every time I open the freezer, and I'm not even tempted to get one. It's so wild because
yeah.
that's all I would eat is that stuff,
Uh-huh.
and now I have it in the house, and I'm not even thinking about it. I'm not tempted, and it's just amazing, not
Yeah.
feeling the need to eat
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah, it was interesting. We Caitlin was planning a baby shower for her
Oh,
brother
yeah.
and
Mhm.
his wife, and she had
I
this
did a trail mix
yeah
bar.
for
So
that
like nuts
Oh,
and candies.
right.
And
okay.
we had to buy the candies and they sat in our house for a day.
Yeah, and I saw a
Yeah.
jar of Skittles sitting there. And
Yeah.
I was like, man, like the old me would have sat there and just ate a bunch of them, but I didn't have any.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's controllable. Now I have a
Mhm.
better relationship with food and that sugar addiction, so I can control
Yeah.
it.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah.
So we did have a question. Um, Thanks, Sean. So JP, I'm not sure if you ask a question, JP, throw a Q in front of it, and we'll absolutely answer it. Sana wants to know, prior to carnivore, did you try any fad diets?
Yeah.
I'll let you answer that one.
Okay. So I think a year before starting carnivore, we both went on keto, trying to do that. Like we had said previously, the reason that failed was because we were trying to recreate all of the foods that we were wanting previously on the standard American diet. And then that just left us not satisfied. So then we wanted the real thing. And then we would just fall off and start
Mhm.
cheating.
And it didn't address the root cause of our food
Yes.
addiction.
Mhm.
So
Because we never had to really address our mindset on
Yeah.
keto.
Yeah.
Because we could just
Okay.
we could, if we wanted to have spaghetti, we'd find a way to make it.
Mhm.
If we wanted to have tacos, we'd find a way to make it.
Or I would get like sugar-free gummy bears,
Yeah.
and then because it's like and then I
Because
just
we
go
weren't
get
as
real candy the next day.
Yeah, we weren't as strict with the carbs. So that didn't make us address the real root issue. And then I had previously, I think maybe it was 3 months after we got married, I
Mhm.
tried a version of the HCG diet. I don't
What's
know if
that?
you've even heard of that. So
No.
I did not get the injections, but HCG, I believe, you can correct me because you're the nutritionist, is a hormone that your body produces when you're pregnant.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah,
people
yeah.
who do this under the protocol of a doctor, they'll actually get those injections.
Okay.
And that, I think what they say is it helps suppress your appetite.
Yeah.
And then you get put on a 500 calorie protocol for the day. And then you only eat those 500 calories. So I did something very unsmart. And then I ordered off of Amazon HCD drops and took those. And I did lose, I think, like 25 pounds or something.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I was restricting my calories way low, probably totally wrecked my metabolism. But I did try that fad diet and I would not recommend it.
Wow. Have you heard of Ally, the fat burner pill?
Oh, yeah.
I
Mhm.
did that,
That one.
and that made me run to the bathroom like a mad woman. That was dangerous. I almost had number 2 accidents in my pants a couple
Oh,
times
no.
because that is just a laxative, and they
Oh.
promoted it as a fat burner, like all these damn teas to boost your metabolism, all that. They're just laxatives, but I didn't do the drops and all that stuff, but I did do the fat burner
Yeah.
pill. Yeah. JP
Great.
has a question.
Well-
At least I assume that's a lot of cues. So diabetic, foot swelling during work, day 9 ketovore, ? Yeah, did you guys, because you guys started with keto and now are carnivore. So did you notice any like swelling or any adverse effects before going carnivore?
Well, we went from standard American diet straight into carnivore.
There was
time.
a break between
there was a
keto.
year break between keto and carnivore. But no,
Okay.
I didn't have any like swelling when I switched over, and neither of us are diabetic. I was probably pre-diabetic. I wouldn't.
I
know,
mean,
though.
maybe that's because like doesn't your body shed a lot of water weight during the first few days?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
do.
if
that
you're-
like needing to drink some more electrolytes maybe and elevate your foot.
Yeah, I think JP mentioned this before. So I don't know if JP was I don't know JP if you were able to talk to a doctor, but being diabetic, I don't think this is it's probably not diet related. So I don't think dietary things like are the cause of every single ailment, but the fact that you're diabetic, it could cause poor circulation in your body, which could cause swelling in your feet and ankles, by excess fluid that builds up. So I would say maybe check with your doctor is the only thing I can say, because it's likely just a result of the sheer fact that you're diabetic. And the longer you do ketovore, if you're type 2, which I think if I remember correctly, you're either pre or type 2, the longer you do ketovore, you should be able to reverse your diabetes through your diet because you're not eating those high sugary carbs, which will hopefully take care of your swelling if that's the cause. But yeah, I would check with your doctor if it's still bothering you.
So a few comments before this one, there was another question
there
for
was?
us. Yeah, from PRAW.
Oh, Mike?
Primal
Mike?
Mike.
Yeah. Where at? What time?
718. It was before the JP question there, I think. I don't know if you saw
18?
that one. Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, here it is. Okay. For the couple, besides weight loss benefits, is there anything else in particular from health standpoint you are looking forward to improving?
My biggest one is hidradenitis suppurativa. I want to address
Say that again?
Hidradenitis suppurativa. It's a skin condition.
Okay.
It's pretty prevalent in people who are obese and overweight, but you just get kind of like boil-like abscesses in your groin, in your armpits, things like that. I've kind of had it ever since I was 18. And the more overweight I've gotten, the worse it's gotten.
Yeah.
And I do notice, when I have cheated on carnivore with specifically like high carb bread, gluten, or potato, like 6 flare-ups everywhere over my body. So at least I know that is a trigger for it. And there was a study, I can't remember if it came out from Harvard or not, but it was about a 30-year-old woman who put her hidradenitis suppurativa into remission by going on the carnivore diet. I mean, but that's only one person. But I guess, I'm an experiment of one, seeing if this way of eating will help solve that. I think my other health issue is, so when we had Wyatt, I had to deliver early. I developed severe preeclampsia. So he was born 2 months early. He only weighed about 2 pounds.
214.
214.
Yeah.
2 pounds,
Wow.
14 ounces. So he was tiny, tiny, tiny. He had to
Yeah.
be in the NICU for about a month. So I guess from that health standpoint, I'd like to be able to carry a successful pregnancy to term as well.
In the future.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many kids do you guys want?
Just the one.
Total.
Well, total, just one.
Total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have one
It's
child.
just the one. No. How many do you want
She's asking
total?
Oh wait, what?
She's asking how many kids
do you
want?
How many kids do you want? Oh, I thought you said how many kids do we have? Sorry. We want.
Darn
We
it.
want at least 2, and
Okay.
and if 3 happens, we'll take it from there, one at a time. Right now,
One at a time.
we
One at a
definitely want at least one more child.
Dear Jesus, no twins.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. So we got
you.
So we got Susie. How's it going, Susie? What's up, Chad? What's up, Brian? Wicko's Carnivore. He just did his very first solo live today, and he
Aw.
killed it. Yeah, way to go,
Awesome.
Wick. That was awesome, Brian.
Do you have any health improvements that you want to have other than weight?
Well, I've already seen them, but
Oh, outside of weight loss, I mean, he means.
yeah. So like well, first of all, I don't want diabetes. I'm pretty sure I was pre-diabetic beforehand. And I got my blood work done in May, and my A1C was 5.4. my fasting insulin was normal, everything, blood sugar was normal. So I'm not diabetic because that's one big thing that's big in my family. I know type 2 diabetes is not actually hereditary. It's your choices, but either way, I haven't seen improvements in inflammation. I have no inflammation anymore. Moving is easier when you weigh almost 70 pounds less, like I have more endurance. I go upstairs. I'm not breathless. I go on a walk. I'm not breathless. I'm not stiff and sore. I have joint pain when I wake up. I sleep better. I don't snore anymore. I used to snore.
Did you have sleep apnea?
No, but I used to snore really, really bad.
Probably.
She
would
know,
never go to the
right?
doctor.
Yeah.
You never got tested.
She would know because apparently I snored really bad.
Oh, you probably had sleep apnea.
It was horrible. I slept on the couch.
After 2 or 3 months in, I stopped snoring.
Benefits of the carnivore diet. Your wife gets to sleep in bed.
Yeah.
Not the same with me. I actually had sleep apnea for my weight, diagnosed, and had that stupid machine and all. But prior to the machine, bless you, prior to the machine, my husband would have to sleep in a separate room. But then, I wake up in the morning and he tried talking to me, and I had this thing on my face, and it's like, it was just not good. It was not sexy. There was no sexy time in the morning with that thing.
You mean you don't like Darth Vader?
Oh, I'm telling you. We're not going to continue that woman chat. JP, how long before my diabetic foot stops swelling up after I walk on it for a couple hours? I'm not sure, man, but ibuprofen, that could reduce the inflammation, maybe elevate it with some ice. But I would just check with your doctor to see if it is from diabetes and you don't have anything else going on. Nothing on this channel is medical advice. I just want to put that caveat. Just my opinion. But this could be medical advice. Chad says meth addicts are skinny, but don't recommend it. So if anyone is struggling with weight loss, hit that plateau. You know what I mean? So it'd be a good alternative. I'm kidding. Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. JP, pickles so I don't cramp up at work. I mean, they're salty. I mean, it could replenish some electrolytes if you're working outside.
You try electrolytes. Maybe you're lacking in your sodium and your magnesium and potassium.
I will say my mom is a diabetic and she is on keto, and her health insurance partners with a company called Virta that connects you to health coaches and things like that. But one of the things they recommend if you don't want to purchase electrolytes is they ask her to drink 8 ounces of chicken broth or have a bouillon cube twice a day, because then you don't have to go buy something expensive.
Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, chicken broth is the best. But if you have an outside job, JP, I don't know what you do for work. Electrolytes might solve that problem too. Mm-hmm. But it can be any number of things, especially being that you are diabetic. Yeah, kind of like what Brine says, it's possible that it's from oxalate dumping. I'm not sure of all the side effects from oxalate dumping. I know people experience it differently. And then Sana says edema. It's just fluid retention from poor blood circulation. So I think that's different than edema though. Mm-hmm. And then Susie says the only time she had ankle swelling on keto carnivore was when she used a lot of element electrolytes. Yeah, there are side effects from having too many electrolytes too, from having too much electrolytes. So I know everyone always promotes electrolytes. But I'm very cautious about doing that because that doesn't always solve the problem. You might not be deficient, and if you have too much, that can land you in a hospital. If your electrolytes are too low, that can, I landed in a hospital from having dangerously low potassium. But if you have too much, you can have the same thing happen. So I just want to caution you about too much electrolytes. Don't just be wary of that. That too much can not be not end well for you.
If you're more active and sweating a lot, you probably want to take electrolytes, especially if you're keto or carnivore. But if you're not doing much that day and you're not sweating, you probably don't need it. If you salt your meat well enough, you probably don't need them.
You take electrolytes every day because you work outside in an active job. Yeah, I'm inside a lot more than you.
But sometimes you do have those days where you need them.
Yes,
and you can recognize those symptoms. So.
Oh, you guys are so adorably disgusting. It's like you guys complete each other. All right. So we got a question from Susie. How many times a day do you eat? Also, do you ever fast? Whoever wants to answer this one first.
So we play it by ear. For me, I eat twice a day, and I usually fast breakfast. So I only eat lunch and dinner. So I get a longer time of fasting because I know that also helps accelerate weight loss and helps with autophagy and loose skin and those kind of things. But I know that I try to only eat when I'm hungry too. That's the other thing, because if some days if I'm hungry and it's before lunchtime, I'll eat a snack or something, a carnivore snack.
Yeah.
But usually my breakfast is black coffee. That's kind of how I roll. I know you kind of change day to day.
Wait, what's an example of a carnivore snack?
Yeah.
So these Chomps makes these meat sticks, like jerky, not jerky, but it's like just it's grass-fed ground beef meat stick, and it's super clean. I think there's celery powder in it, but it's no sugar, nothing, just grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef or beef, and they're really good. We buy those at Costco. You can get them online.
You also do a lot of the Pork King Good white cheddar pork rinds.
Yeah, white cheddar pork rinds are good. That's another snack I like. Pork rinds are one of my favorite snacks too, other than like meat sticks. So
nice. And then you're on average, how many times a day do you eat?
I usually eat 2 meals. If I'm hungry at like 10:30, I'll have a meat stick, and then I'll eat lunch at noon. And usually it's like so.
Yeah. I eat about 2 times a day. It depends on the day if I eat breakfast and then dinner or lunch and then dinner. I was recently watching a video put out by Nisha Berry, and she was talking about how some of us follow intuitive eating, but she's starting to follow intuitive fasting. I thought that was a really cool idea, just to be more aware of, am I eating just because it's time or because I'm hungry? And so I've kind of noticed, like, if I eat breakfast in the morning and then I kind of eat a light lunch, that I'm not really hungry for dinner. And so I'm thinking about maybe phasing my dinner out, because I love my breakfast a lot.
Yeah, I do want to add to that. If you're starting keto or carnivore or anything low carb, don't do 2 meals a day. Like, stick to 3 meals a day till your body gets used to the changes, and give it at least probably a month before you try to switch to 2 meals a day. Just a little tip for beginners if there is any watching. So
yeah, I typically eat 2 meals a day. I've actually done OMAD a couple times just because I wasn't hungry. But yeah, on average, I'm about 2 meals a day. So Caitlin, you said you love breakfast. So what's your typical breakfast?
Well, today I had 4 pieces of sausage and 3 fried eggs. Okay. And then sometimes I'll do like 4 scrambled eggs and some bacon. Basically, one of those 3 things.
Yeah. So it sounds like you guys are mostly beef, butter, bacon, and eggs too, for the most part.
For the most part, yeah. At least I am. I always have eggs for lunch and either beef or steak for dinner usually. Sometimes we'll mix it up and we'll have chicken or whatever, but usually it's beef for dinner. So yeah.
And you have chicken thighs or breast? Breast are like dry.
If we have chicken breast, I turn it into like chicken cordon bleu.
Ooh.
So a simple version.
I was like, you're fancy up in there.
Ham layered with cheese, and then sprinkled with pork panko mixed with butter and Italian seasoning on top.
Basically, it's just pork rinds with seasoning in it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
So then it gets some extra fat in there.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's really good.
So you're gonna have us all over for dinner?
Sure. Come to Nebraska and pick crab that we can't eat.
Actually, I've never been to Nebraska, but my husband, I've actually been talking to Bob. Bob knows this. My husband's, he works corporate, and his corporate office is actually in Omaha. And we were planning a trip to Omaha in October. I'm not sure if that might get delayed, but that'll be my first time in Nebraska and my first time having Nebraska steak.
Okay. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, so like Nebraska's, I think, number 2 in beef production in the U.S.
I don't know. Someone today said Nebraska's number 1 in steak. Texas is number 2.
It's always been like this.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I'm from New Jersey. All we got diners. That's all I know. We got diners. But Jones and for fish. That's a badass name. Hello from North Carolina. Little over a month on carnivore and down 15 pounds. Heck yeah!
Good
Keep
job.
up the great videos. Thanks, man. That's awesome. So yeah, do you guys have any advice for that, since you guys have been doing what, carnivore since January, you said, right?
Well, February 20th, March 1st. So
Okay.
we're 5.5 months in.
Honestly, the best
yeah.
advice is to stay on carnivore.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
You know, it was so funny. I was literally just watching a video from Laura Spath today about kind of mindset surrounding carnivore, that sometimes we can get so strict in our heads about, oh, I'm not going to have cream in my coffee, or, oh, I'm not going to eat cheese. And then like if we do those things and we beat ourselves up, and then we like get off the wagon. And so she was talking about how so many times her mindset was just to stay on carnivore. And I went over to Pat and I was like, see, it works. Because every month when we come out with our results video, he's like, what's your new goal for this month? What are you cutting out? I was like, things are going well right now. I'm not sad right now. I'm just going to try to stay carnivore. So like just stay carnivore and keep going.
I like it. I do have a follow-up question, but yeah, thanks, Sana. Everyone smash that thumbs up button. Spread the algorithms of YouTube. Let everyone know that we're here. So someone in Brine's stream, actually, Wick Bill's Carnivore, says that every time they reach their goal, they reward themselves with food. I used to do that too, right? So you reach your goal, you celebrate dinner, dessert, or whatever. Obviously I don't do that anymore. I like go shopping for smaller clothes or whatever. So what do you guys do to celebrate milestones, since you guys are still, working towards your weight loss goals? What do you guys do to celebrate?
Well,
have we ever celebrated yet?
Not really. Well, we still have ways to go to get our goal, but no, like before, it's crazy how much your life revolves around food before you change the way you eat, and so we had to really fix our relationship with food. So like before we'd celebrate around food. I had a good day at work today. I had a bad day at work today. Oh, here's some junk food for you, make you comfort eating. But I don't know. We try to do stuff like we'll go on walks, we'll go camping, we'll go fishing, whatever.
Yeah.
We just try to do stuff. We haven't really celebrated. Yeah, we celebrate by going and buying smaller clothes because
I
we're
think
shrinking.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is let's go to Costco and buy a bunch of beef.
Yeah. We actually we went on a date. I think it was last weekend, and we went to Costco to buy steak, and we ran into one of our neighbors, and they were like, "Hi, what you doing?" Like, we're on a date. And she was like, "Are you gonna do anything else?" And we're like, "Probably not."
That's an awesome day. That's a pretty awesome date, right? Quick.
There you go.
Oh, that's funny. So what's up, Addie? Addie. I apologize. I never know how to say people's names. So beer, bourbon, booze, and ecstasy. Who's up for a Bud Light? Dr. Gregor's always up for a Bud Light.
Well, you've seen how Bud Light's full of carbs. It's not really in the diet. So
I don't know. I think this is a new definition of BBB&E. I think we need some new initials. You just ruined that. All right, Susie, do you eat out? If so, what are your favorite carnivore meals out at restaurants? Or what are your favorite carnivore meals and restaurants?
We have literally only eaten out twice in the last 5 months.
Yeah.
One meal was at Texas Roadhouse, and we got steak.
Yep.
The other meal, we went to a place called
Pepper Jack's Grill.
Okay.
And that was pretty cool because
that was awesome.
Yeah, we just had like a meat bowl.
They actually have on their menu Pepper Jack's Grill protein bowls.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. For like $13, you can put any different kinds of meat in the bowl, and they'll grill it up for you.
So I had gotten like steak and shrimp and cheese and hot sauce, and that was pretty much it.
We're kind of lame in that department. Just because it's so expensive to go out to eat on carnivore. I mean, even if you go to Denny's, you're spending almost $20 for eggs and sausage.
Yeah,
that's true.
So,
it's like
be careful with IHOP. They put pancake batter in their eggs. I went on a cruise with my mom, and we had time to kill before our flight, so we went out to breakfast before we went to the airport. And I thought I was safe with bacon and eggs. And I was like, this tastes weird. And I look at the menu, and they put pancake batter in their eggs. It tasted oh man, it tasted nasty. Yeah, I don't know why they do that.
That's terrible. And yeah, it's crazy. Something else I did notice is that it's at the end of the day, usually we can cook a steak just as good as anywhere else, at home. Yeah. And if we want eggs, well, that's really cheap to just open our fridge and cooks
Yeah.
eggs. So we don't really go out much anymore. We used to go out all the time, but not anymore.
Same here. We'll go out like once a week. We have Capital Burger is one of our go-tos because we live in a town center, so we pretty much walk everywhere. And I feel like I make better burgers than Capital Burger because they still fry it in the oils because I can taste it. Like sometimes if they put too much oil, I can taste it and it upsets my stomach. But here, I bake my burgers, but I top each patty with a little bit of butter, so it literally just bakes in butter. It is so juicy. I'm like, I make better burgers than Capital Burger, and it's cheaper.
There you go.
But everyone cooks stuff in oils, and that upsets my stomach now.
Occasionally, if we're out and it's like lunchtime on a weekend, we'll stop and get some patties from McDonald's. But that's about it.
Very weird.
I've done that once, a couple times actually, when we were out and I was really hungry. I just got a double, a double quarter pounder without the bun and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Pickles gone carnivore. That's amazing. I love some of these names. What's your favorite go-to easy meal or meat?
Well, you can answer the alternative stuff, but normally eggs, beef, butter, bacon, eggs. Like we eat a lot of bacon, eggs, beef.
Because at the end of the day, it takes like 10 minutes to cook a steak.
Yeah.
5 minutes for eggs.
So, but we do have a lot of recipe videos on our channel.
But for lunch, I like to mix my lunches up. So one of my favorite quick lunches is like a chicken salad in a bowl without the lettuce. So I have like frozen grilled chicken strips, like 10 like cut up pieces from Walmart. So I'll do like chicken and then boiled eggs, bacon, cheese, and then cheese wisps, and then I'll drizzle some homemade ranch on top of that, so kind of like a chicken salad. And then I'll do the same thing, like I'll make a BLT bowl with like boiled eggs, bacon, sometimes tomatoes from our garden if I'm like craving that, and cheese, and then I drizzle that with like a sriracha mayo.
And
so
what do you grow in your garden?
So we have mostly just tomatoes.
Okay.
Some basil, which we don't really use.
Yeah, it's just there.
Nice.
Yeah. I try to be careful about the tomatoes because I know those are like higher carb.
Yeah. They give people a lot of issues.
Not all the time. Kind of maybe once a week.
Yeah, that's the same with me. Like I'll make my beef chili, and like I said, my husband's not doing what I do. So when I make my chili, it's literally full fat, like a whole block of full fat cream cheese, 2 pounds of beef bone broth. But I do add tomato paste and diced tomatoes because, again, he's not doing what I do.
I want that.
Yeah, it's so savory.
When it starts to get cold,
it is really good.
All these carnivore game day foods for Husker football games.
Yeah, football season. I've been seeing all my Philadelphia Eagles stuff piling up on my IG feed. It's right around the corner. I love football season. Seed oils and sugars are profit makers. Yeah. And I hate how all restaurants cook their steak, their burgers, they cook everything in seed oils. And if it's a little bit of seed oil, it's okay. But sometimes they put too much and it really does jack my stomach up now. Cause I know when they use seed oils now, cause I use butter. I don't use seed oils anymore. Do you guys get affected by that now that you've been doing this for a while?
Yeah. I stay away from seed oils. We used to use them all the time to cook.
I'm talking like eating out. Like,
well, it's hard. So like we try to.
Yeah.
That's why we try not to eat out.
We try not to eat out. Like that's just because we can control what goes in our food at home, and we don't know exactly what texture house putting on their steak, where they using for the grill or whatever. I don't know. We try to be careful. I know McDonald's doesn't use anything on their patties, so that's usually a safe option.
Yeah.
Also, if we're not eating out, we can then spend that eating out budget on buying steak.
Yeah, because that can get expensive.
Instead of having ground beef, like we can have more steak.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite cut of steak?
It's mine's ribeye.
Okay. Do you eat the fatty bits? Hold on. Do you eat the fatty bits? So like, okay, here's what was recommended to me. And I know this is a travesty. Again, Jersey diners. So when it comes to ribeyes, they have like those big chunks of fat. It's very, very fatty. as soon as that fat hits the back of my throat, I get instant gag reflex. I cannot do it. So Ron, I think it was Ron actually, Carnivore Ron. I still need to get an air fryer, Ron, but he recommended getting an air fryer and frying up the fatty bits to get it down. So I am going to get an air fryer and try that. But what do you guys do with the fat? Does that bother you?
Before
They have a dog.
Yeah, well, before carnivore, I would not eat the fat. I would cut it off. But now I really like it. My body craves it. Yeah.
But like the texture, for me, it's a texture thing. Like what I'm talking about, the outer parts.
The leaner meat. So I've cut, I cut it at a certain way where the fat and the meat goes together, and it's all it's good. I don't know.
And this is why I like New York strips.
So she likes New York strips. Which still have a lot of fat in them.
Yeah, because they're not overbought with tons of extra fat, but they're not as lean as sirloin.
Yeah.
So medium.
And they're cheaper sometimes than ribeye. So we end up buying mostly New York strips, honestly. Okay. But ribeyes aren't my favorite. So.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just curious because, like I said, we are going to Nebraska at some point this year. We have to work out the dates, but yeah, I'm excited. I've been hearing all about your Nebraska steaks. So was it Omaha Steaks?
Yeah. Go to a Husker football game while you're here.
Yeah. You'll be here in October. There you go.
Yeah, they should be. Yeah. So Chad with Minimalist Carnivore, do you ever dry bring your?
I think you started to say brine.
Yeah. I am on a mission to get more to 24-hour brine.
No, we've literally never brined our steaks or aged them or anything.
What is that? Again, diners.
I think you like put a ton of salt on it and you just put it in the fridge for a day or something.
Oh, is that what it is?
We can try that.
Let it sit out, or
so it just like takes all the water out.
I think so. I'm not really sure.
Can you explain,
Chad? Can you explain what that is? What's brining?
I think it's when you put all the seasonings in it.
Yeah, I know
and then you let it sit in the fridge.
Like we've brined like Thanksgiving turkeys. It's a wet brine, but we never done.
We should dry brine a steak and then reverse sear.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Yeah,
you can do that on your channel. That's your next video.
There we go, babe.
All right, Carnivore Ron. What? No air fry? I know, Ron.
Yeah, we don't have one either. We don't have one either.
Yeah.
Blasphemy.
Oh, it gets a good crust. Oh, we should definitely try it.
And Bob, please don't send me any Steelers. They're in a different division though, so Steelers don't bother me. But no.
So
no.
Bob,
if you send me a Dallas jersey, I'm sending that right back to you. I'm setting that thing on fire.
You see, I'm actually from Tampa, Florida, so I'm a Buccaneers fan. So I'm just gonna.
What did you think of Brady staying that extra year? I think he should have called it quits after he won.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean,
my husband's a Patriots fan,
he
so
did get to the playoffs, so I'll give him that the last year. But we'll see how Baker and Trask do this year.
Yeah, my husband's from Massachusetts, so he's a Patriots fan. And that Super Bowl when the Eagles played the Patriots, our household, it was like echo, and he went to bed in silence, and I stayed for the party.
And that was a good game. The Eagles killed it.
It was. Sana says air fried fat. I know. I've never tried that. I think I can do it on my stove too. I can fry it up on my stove. Yeah. Okay. So Chad, salt and put in fridge on rack. Yes. Take some water out. Dries some. It's super dry and get a good crust. Okay. So you like dehydrate the meat.
Okay. And then you just grill it. I'm guessing after the next day.
You eat it raw.
Well, I mean, does he prefer grilling, or does he reverse sear? Does he smoke it? Does he pan fry?
All right, Chad. How do you do this, Chad? Explain your process. Because I honestly don't know. I'm not that fancy. I just cook everything in butter. Can you make a cooking video?
You're a YouTuber, right?
Chad is, Minimalist Carnivore is his channel. If you haven't checked out his channel, you should definitely check him out. Chad,
check it out right now.
Minimalist Carnivore, who's Chad, myself, Everyday Carnivore, who's Jeff, and Dave are actually doing a live reaction tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So definitely check that out.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you, Jones, for fish. Not sure who that's for, but we appreciate you. Yeah, we absolutely appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, Chad. Yeah, just grill next day or reverse any way you want.
Okay.
So he's
I'll
down on
try
the
that.
reverse with you guys, so you guys can talk about that.
Let's try that.
That's all over my head.
Well, reverse sear means like basically you smoke it to a certain temperature and you put it on the grill a really hot pan really quickly. For like
we're on the 3rd floor of an apartment building, so if we want to grill anything, I literally have to hold the grill outside of our 3rd floor window and grill. I don't think our HOA would appreciate that.
So you have to cook all of your meat in a skillet?
What?
On a stove, a crock pot, or in the oven, yeah. I am going to get an air fryer. We actually have one that we like. We just have to go get it. But yeah, we are going to get an air fryer. So hopefully that'll, because I heard that there's one that you can grill and fry. So you could do both.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. Someone sent me a model. We're going to go check it out.
Minimalist Carnivore said he's going to make a video for us. So we all need to go watch it. Right under the window.
Oh, there it is. Hold on.
Thank
Chad.
you.
So his name's Chad. Yeah, I'm going to make a video. Yeah, I want to see you. I want to see a cooking video, Chad. No one wants to see me cook. I'm too simple. I think Dr. Chaffrey dry brines his steaks. He has some cooking video. He has some cooking videos, I think, on his channel. Like some of his older videos, I think shows him some grilling some steaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Chad's channel if you want to check it out. But yeah, if you guys are around Thursday, anyone in the chat, yeah, definitely be on the lookout for our live reaction of my favorite registered dietitian, Abby Sharp. It's gonna be a good one. And if anyone wants to collab with either myself or the Carnivore couple, definitely let us know that as well.
Did you say you're having a live chat with Abby Sharp?
No, a reaction.
A reaction
of some of her videos. Yeah, I am having a couple registered dietitians come on my channel next week.
Okay.
But they're not Abby Sharp though. I don't think she'll talk to me at this point. I've done too many reaction videos of her. And I think I tag her, so I think she has to know.
Okay.
Just had half a Walmart rotisserie chicken. I've never had a Walmart rotisserie chicken. We don't have a Walmart near us, actually.
I've had them before. They're back when I ate Standard American Diet. Yeah, they're pretty good. You just gotta be careful. Make sure there's no like sugar in their seasonings and stuff. Read the label.
Yeah, we have a Target. We don't have a Walmart. I don't know where the closest Walmart is to us, actually. Susie says I pretty much cook like you do. Stove, oven, crockpot. That's right. If I cannot stand over the stove, like flipping meat and doing all that stuff, I'm all for it. So that's why I use the oven and crockpot. I like to just put it in, forget about it for a little bit, and then go back and pull it out when it's done. That's it. I don't.
Yeah.
I like not having to do dishes.
Yeah, that's what a dishwasher's for.
On the grill for the win.
There you go. You got to clean the grill, though.
Yeah.
You got to clean the grill.
Yeah. Well,
you can get like a George Foreman grill. No, it's not as good.
It's
There's no like.
I had one of those. They're okay. It's good for like what we have because we're in a condo building, but they're okay. They get so dirty so easily though, and it doesn't. It's not the same. Chad says he cooks outside 99% of the time, as I hate cleaning the kitchen. That's what I'm saying. I hate standing over the stove and cleaning, and it's just too much work. I need to strike it rich so I can have people do that stuff for me. Like I want cleaners. I want a personal chef. I want all of those things.
That's why you have children.
Yeah, that's
what?
She said that's why you have children.
Not up in here. You gotta wait so long for that though. And then they have like fluid that comes out of everywhere, and then they cry, and you have to make it through that, and then you still have to make it a few years before they're old enough to do so. It's just too much waiting. I'd rather just adopt when they're 18, give them my number and say, hey, I'm your mom. Nice to meet you. Come if you need me. Come home anytime. Upcoming collab. Yeah, thanks, Anna. Yeah, definitely hit the notification. That's gonna be pretty funny. Chad's gonna have his voice changer out. I have a sound box too. I suck at using it though. You can ask anyone who was in the girls' chat the other day. I tried to live up to Chad's standards. I think I failed though. Let's see. If you guys have any questions, drop them. Oh, there was a question down there. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. I tried some cooking videos, but they're all the same. Here's burger meat. Here's cast iron. Here's this done stuff.
I think Bob should do cooking and comedy videos.
Yes, Bob.
Series, cooking with comedy.
Yes, get her done. You can make that its own playlist.
There you go, Bob.
Carnivore couple and myself, we'll be your managers. We'll tell you what videos to do. Susie's looking forward to the reaction video. It's gonna be a good one. All right, there was a question down here. All right. Do you ever eat lamb or goat? Both Nicole and couple. Ooh, I was actually in Jordan back in 2018. Yeah, I believe it was 2018. And their food over there is really, really good. But that was one of the first times I had lamb. And it was really, really good. Even their chicken, they have chicken shawarma. Like all of their meat was so far superior to anything you can get in the United States. Just because they're treated humanely, the animals eat their proper diet. They're not being fed grain garbage. But yeah, that was actually my first experience with lamb, and it was really good. I don't think I would experiencing that. I don't think I would ever eat lamb here in the United States. How about you guys?
I think I bought like ground lamb one time to try to make burgers, and it was disgusting. I did not like it at all.
Oh, really? What didn't you like about it?
It just tasted terrible. I don't know. It was just had a weird like taste. I couldn't describe it. I've never had anything like that before.
Is it kind of like bison? Because bison to me has a weird aftertaste.
No, I actually like bison. I've made bison burgers, and they tasted like it's like beefier beef to me. I don't know. They were good. She won't try that stuff. She just
bison, the game meat.
Yeah.
What about goat? Have you tried goat?
No, never tried goat.
Man.
I mean, I've had like squirrel and gator before.
Oh, you eat squirrel?
Not now. Just
no.
That's just because I'm
free food is better.
See, I'm from the South. So we eat weird things there. So. Yeah. But no, something that is big is venison. Venison's really good too. So.
Yeah, I've had venison jerky. It's just I see Bambi on the side of the road, and it makes me sad. And it's just I can't eat Bambi, Thumper, any of those things.
He made me eat squirrel as initiation into his family.
Oh no! You ate squirrel?
No. I did not make her eat squirrel.
I was peer pressured into it.
It tastes like gamey chicken.
Okay. Who has seen the comedy sketch on YouTube called Air Africans Beef or Cow? It's funny and true. No, but I'm going to look that up as soon as the stream ends.
No, I haven't seen
Have
it.
you guys? I wonder if I can look it up and then play it on the stream, actually. Hold on, let me see. Would you guys be open to that? Would that be weird? If it's funny. If it sucks, Addie, what's it called? Air African
beef or cow.
Or cow. Oh my god, it's actually a thing. Oh, they have like 2 million views. So it's like an airline.
Okay.
Beef or cow. Okay. Well, let me see how long it is first. Okay, it's only a minute. I don't know if I can share the sound though. Let me see. Hold on.
Air fryer ribeye.
Let me see if you guys can hear this first.
Beef or cow?
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beef or cow? Beef or cow? Beef or cow? I'm sorry, we've run out of cow. We only have beef. Beef or cow?
Damn it.
Beef or cow? Oh, I'm a vegetarian. What?
Oh, come on.
Well, I mean, hey, that's carnivore. Beef or cow? Beef or cow, you know?
Right.
I'm a vegetarian. What? I'm a vegetarian. What? I'm a vegetarian. What? I'm a vegetarian. Beef or cow?
All right, we get the point. We get the point.
That's funny.
My internet is sucking right now.
Oh.
I'm a vegetarian. What? I'm a vegetarian. What? Beef or cow? Good recommendation, dude. Sorry, my internet's sucking. We've been having some crazy weather here in Northern Virginia, so it's been like, it's been like really stormy. But yeah, that was funny.
Aw.
You can adopt me, Nicole. You're too far over 18. I don't know if that's legal, dude. See if there's any questions here. I was wondering, is there anything the carnivore couple have learned now on carnivore they wish they had known in the beginning? Oh, that's a good question.
Huh. Oh.
I think for me, it's just that I think in the beginning, I wasn't playing the long game of thinking that this was going to be a lifestyle change for the rest of my life. And now I've kind of accepted that low carb, ketovore is going to be what is good for me for the rest of my life. And I think I don't know if you can ever start a process like this going into it thinking that, but maybe that would have helped a little bit. But I've struggled a lot with my mindset around that. Just knowing that, you know, those battles over different things will always be there to some extent. Yes, they get less. But, you know, just like you saw those Skittles on the counter when we had for the baby shower, like it wasn't a huge temptation as it used to be, but it's still there a little bit.
Yeah.
Just like any addict still is going to have, you know, you can lessen it over time, but you're still going to have to deal with those issues.
Yeah, I kind of echo that a little bit. Like, you know, going into it, you're trying to lose weight. That's your main priority, right? And get healthy. But then, like, going into it, accepting the fact that you're never going to go back to eating the way you used to, or you're going to end up right back like you were, you know? So adjusting your mindset and realizing that this is a lifestyle, not just a diet, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Jones and for fish. I still love that name. So yeah, the super sticker was for you guys.
Thanks,
Thank you. You're our first sticker.
Hey, Jones and for fish. Just so you know, I fish all the time too. Just
there you go.
You know, I saw that kayak in your picture.
Yeah, that was sweet.
And that was your first sticker? Aw.
That's our first like super.
Yay!
And who can not forget Jones and Fish?
Yeah. I know I got my first 2 members today. You guys got your first stickers. There's a lot of firsts today.
Wow, right?
Carnivore Ron, love lamb and goat. Yeah, after experiencing that kind of meat in Jordan, I'm not going back because that's not going to taste as good here in the United States. Yeah, I had the same. I like rabbit, but it's a bit dry. I love venison. Yeah, rabbit. Yeah, I tried duck. Duck is dry too. At least I don't know if they cooked it wrong where I got it, but yeah, I wasn't a fan of duck.
Yeah, I've never had duck.
Well, Bob says he has lots of squirrels in the yard. Excuse me, need to. Oh, no.
See, cooking with comedy.
I'm telling you. You can see that now. He goes out there with a water gun. Nicole needs faster internet. I know. I mean, I have fast internet. It's just been spotty lately. Be careful not to get copyright claim playing stuff on stream. I'm sure it's fine. It's on YouTube. It's fine. Right? It's fine.
Right? YouTube.
I don't know. We'll find out. We'll let you know if I get demonetized. Question, serious. What chronic metabolic ailment is not improved or cured on carnivore?
That's a good question. I would say like anything that's not metabolic, like carnivore pretty much takes
about metabolic.
Yeah, chronic metabolic, that's, I don't know, that's tough. I'm not a doctor. So I don't know.
Yeah. I think this kind of goes back to we had a question, maybe it was from you. Was it? But we had a question like this on the women's live chat, kind of like, what does not get improved on the carnivore diet?
He asked. It was from him.
Yeah. So
same
I think my
person,
answer would still be the same. Everybody's metabolic system is different. And so, you're not going to know the results for you unless you try it. But I think that, a lot of metabolic ailments do get improved. Do you, from your nutritionist background, do you know of any that wouldn't get improved?
I mean, it depends on
allergies, probably.
Well, I mean, it depends on how damaged you are too. But yeah, I always say, carnivore or any variation low carb, it can help most things or maybe correct most things, but it's not going to fix everything, but it can fix or help most things. So, yeah, it just depends on what you have going on, how far damaged you are. There's a lot of factors at play, but yeah, carnivore does not fix everything, but it can help most things. That's what I like to say.
Yeah, the biggest ones, I mean, type 2 diabetes and cancer risks and
some digestive issues, a lot of the
diseases,
chronic inflammation
can be reversed at least, or lowered.
Right.
But there's no one cure for everything in the world. That doesn't exist. But I think it does take care of a large majority of metabolic issues for sure.
Yeah, and just like Mark says, that's a broad question.
Yeah.
And then he further says many metabolic conditions are better because most things begin with an incorrect, created from carbs. Correct. Specifically the sugar. Yeah, correct. Because sugar, glucose, which is sugar, is very inflammatory. So you're eating natural anti-inflammatory foods, which are fat, are anti-inflammatory. So just the sheer fact that you're decreasing your carbs and increasing anti-inflammatory foods, fats, you should be able to correct most of your inflammation, your chronic inflammation. But like I said, it depends on how far damaged you are. You may not be able to get rid of 100% of your symptoms, but you should be able to correct most of your symptoms. Let's see. That is pretty much, I think, we went through all of the questions. I reversed my type 2 diabetes on carnivore. I've lost almost 100 pounds. Damn, congratulations. And my blood test came back amazing, best in 30 years. Damn, congratulations. How long have you been on carnivore?
Chill Will.
Yeah, Chill Will. These names are awesome.
Awesome.
Please be sure to drop this video a like, and be sure to subscribe to my channel if you're watching from Carnivore Couple, and if you're watching from my channel, subscribe to Carnivore Couple. It really helps us grow and helps the community. And if there's anyone in the chat or even watching the replay and you want to collab with any of us, definitely drop us an email. I'm sure Carnivore Couple as well will be more than happy to invite you on and chat and hear about your amazing story and journey on carnivore.
Yeah.
Chill Will says 9 months. That's awesome.
Oh, damn. Good for you, man. Yeah, I started about the beginning of the year as well. But yeah, we've been at this for about an hour. So if there's any other questions, last minute alibis, please drop them in the chat. Last minute alibis, please drop it in the chat. Other than that, thank you so much, guys, for taking time out of your Wednesday night to chat with me and just share your story. And it was nice actually getting to meet both of you, even though I know Kate and I were on the women's stream, but we didn't really get a chance to actually talk. So it was nice actually getting to know you guys outside of just watching your videos.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you and get to talk to you and all the chat. It's always fun.
It was a great chat today.
Yeah, it was good. So thank you for everyone for watching and sticking with us on this Wednesday evening. I appreciate you all. Carnivore Couple appreciates you all. We just love our community, and we couldn't do this without you guys. So I definitely appreciate you hanging with us. So thank you. So that is all we have. Do you guys have any last parting words for our community before we say goodnight?
Just that y'all are so encouraging, and we really appreciate you guys for watching and supporting our journey. And if we can do anything to support your journey and keep you on track, let us know.
Yep. Just stay strong. That's kind of our motto. So stay strong.
Do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do that. Awesome. Well, thank you guys again so much for hanging with us. And until next time, have a good night. See you later, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.